A Minnesota Somali community appears to be the next target of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country.
CBS News has learned that ICE will launch an enforcement sweep in the Twin Cities this week. Agents plan to go after migrants with deportation orders. We have team coverage for you tonight, starting with WCCO's Connor White and the latest developments. Hi there, Connor.
Hi, good evening. The mayor of Minneapolis is predicting this operation will cause chaos, and the police chief predicts it will spark protests. It's expected to zero in on people who have final orders of deportation. That's according to DHS. But community activists are worried about who else will get swept up.
Well, thank you, Mr. President.
President Donald Trump, after several weeks of labeling Somali Minnesotans as criminals, is escalating matters. CBS News is reporting that ICE will launch an operation against Somali people this week in the Twin Cities, targeting those with deportation orders.
We saw 2 community members being detained this morning.
The Minnesota Immigrants' Rights Action Committee is already seeing evidence that ICE is going after people of East African descent. Somali community leaders are bracing.
We're not fear. They can do whatever they can to attack the Somali community, but we're here to follow the law, and we respect the due process of this country.
There are about 80,000 people of Somali descent in Minnesota. The Minnesota chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations estimates around 95% of them are legal U.S. citizens.
We love you, and we stand with you.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry and other local leaders convened Tuesday afternoon to respond to the president's comments and reports that dozens of ICE agents will surge into the metro this week.
They're going to screw it up so badly that they're not just violating habeas corpus, but they are taking away the rights of American citizens.
Activists are expecting similar issues.
I don't think there's really any method to how they are arresting and detaining folks. I think they're just taking folks off of how they appear, what they look like, and where they're at in the community.
A spokesperson for Homeland Security says that ICE does not target people on the basis of race or ethnicity, but whether they are in the country legally. Local officials say based on the data, that would account for a very small portion of the Minnesota Somali community. Connor White, WCCO News.
Connor, thanks. President Donald Trump wrapped up his attacks on Somali immigrants from the White House today. The president said that they contribute nothing and that he does not want them in our country. Esme Murphy's here with more on those controversial comments. Esme?
Well, good evening, Frank. The president spoke in the harshest of terms about Minnesota's Somali community, accusing them of stealing billions of dollars and ruining the state.
But when I watch what is happening in Minnesota, the land of 1,000 lakes, or however many lakes they have, they got a lot of lakes, but this beautiful place, and I see these people ripping it off. Their country is no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too.
Minnesota's Somali community is used to being targeted by the president. A travel ban, including Somalia, was one of the president's first policies in his first term. But these presidential words cut deeper. Jamal Osman was just reelected to the Minneapolis City Council. He and his family came to Minnesota 25 years ago.
We came here, and we are thankful to be here. I've been educated here, got the opportunity to serve my community, to be a council member. I know many families are fearful tonight. They are. But I want you to know that City of Minneapolis stand behind you as the leaders, both mayors and the chief and everyone that's standing behind you.
Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar is a Somali immigrant who the president called, quote, garbage today. She wrote on X that President Trump's, quote, obsession with me is creepy, and said, I hope he gets the help he desperately needs. While most Somalis here are legal residents, the president did threaten to terminate the temporary protected status held by about 400 members of the community. That move came after a conservative website claimed that local fraudsters had funneled stolen money to a terror group in Somalia. That's an allegation that has been made before but has not been substantiated. But the story caught the president's attention, and now the Treasury Department and the Small Business Administration, Frank, will have opened federal investigations.
All right, Esme, thank you. We should add that prosecutors have charged about 80 members of Minnesota's Somali American community with defrauding the state. The plots included stealing from programs that fed kids, provided housing, and treated autism. None of the suspects has been charged with funding terrorism. Stay with WCCO. We'll, of course, have continuing coverage of the immigration crackdown and the ongoing fraud cases.